Welcome back to Coin Explorer, the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare, fascinating, and historical coins from around the globe. Today, we're going to explore a coin that many people overlook, yet it carries a story filled with history, symbolism, and potential collector interest. It's none other than the 2004 South Africa 20-cent coin. At first glance, this coin may look like just another piece of small change. But when you look closer, you'll discover layers of meaning, national pride, design beauty, and collector intrigue. So, make sure you stick with me until the end, because this coin's story is more interesting than you might think. To understand the 20-cent coin of 2004, we first need to step back in time and look at the currency system it belongs to, the South African rand. South Africa introduced the rand in 1961, replacing the South African pound. This was a big shift, as the rand became the official currency of the country at the same time that South Africa declared itself a republic. The rand system follows a decimal structure, where 100 cents equal 1 rand. This made calculations simpler and aligned South Africa with global trends in currency. The cent denominations, 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, and 50 cents, were widely used for everyday transactions. Among these, the 20-cent coin became an important mid-value coin, striking a balance between affordability and practicality. The South African 20-cent coin was first introduced in 1961, at the dawn of the rand. Its design has evolved over the decades, reflecting the changing face of the nation. Earlier issues often depicted wildlife and plants, consistent with South Africa's tradition of showcasing its natural beauty on coinage. By the early 2000s, the 20-cent coin had already become a well-established part of the country's currency system. The 2004 issue is particularly interesting because it comes during a time when South Africa was embracing its new identity in the post-apartheid era, following the democratic changes of the 1990s. Let's take a closer look at the obverse, or front side, of the 2004 20-cent coin. Here, we see the coat of arms of South Africa, which was officially adopted in the year 2000. This is significant because the 2004 coin carries one of the earliest modern representations of the new coat of arms on circulating coinage. The coat of arms is rich with symbolism. At the center, 2 human figures from ancient Khoisan rock art reach out to one another, symbolizing unity. Above them, a secretary bird with uplifted wings represents growth, protection, and divine majesty. The rising sun above the bird symbolizes rebirth and the promise of a new beginning. The shield, spear, and knobkerrie represent defense, heritage, and authority. Surrounding the emblem is the motto KA/Zara//K, written in the Khoisan language, meaning diverse people unite. This design tells us that the coin is not just money, it's a piece of South Africa's new story, one that embraces diversity, unity, and progress. The obverse also carries the year of issue, 2004, along with the inscription Africa Borwa, meaning South Africa in Sesotho. Now let's turn the coin around to look at the reverse. Here, we see the King Protea, South Africa's national flower. The Protea is more than just a plant. It's a symbol of resilience, beauty, and diversity. Just as the flower blooms in many shapes and colors, South Africa itself is known as the Rainbow Nation, a term that celebrates its multicultural society. The Protea had long been featured on South African coinage, and its appearance on the 20-cent coin is a continuation of this proud tradition. The denomination 20 cents is prominently displayed above the flower, making the coin's value clear and practical for circulation. The engraver's initials, GR, for G. Van Rooyen, can also be found on this side of the coin. For coin collectors and enthusiasts, the details of the coin's composition are always important. Here are the key specifications for the 2004 South Africa 20-cent coin. Metal composition. bronze-plated steel weight, approximately 4 grams, diameter about 21 millimeters, shape, heptagonal, 7-sided design, giving it a unique feel compared to perfectly round coins, edge, smooth edge, with no reading. These features make the coin instantly recognizable and distinct among South African small change denominations. The year 2004 was a meaningful time for South Africa. It marked the 10th anniversary of democracy, following the historic elections of 1994, when Nelson Mandela became the first democratically elected president. By 2004, the country was celebrating a decade of freedom, and the coinage of that period reflects the optimism of a young democracy moving forward. The 2004 20-cent coin, with its coat of arms and Protea design, represents not just currency, but a symbol of national pride at a crucial time in South African history. Now, let's talk about what collectors really want to know. Does the 2004 South Africa 20-cent coin have any value beyond its face value? The honest answer is that for most examples in circulated condition, the coin is worth face value, or just a little more if sold in bulk to collectors of world coins. However, certain factors can increase its value. 1. Condition. Coins in mint state, uncirculated with no scratches or wear, are always more valuable. 2. Errors. If a coin has a minting error, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or missing details, it could be worth significantly more to collectors. 3. Proof versions. Sometimes, proof sets are issued with special finishes. These are minted in smaller quantities and tend to carry collector premiums. While the 2004 20-cent coin is generally common, coin enthusiasts often add it to their collections because of its symbolic coat of arms and national flower design. Some online marketplaces show these coins selling for a few dollars in top condition. Special error coins can sometimes reach higher prices depending on rarity and demand. Here are a few interesting tidbits about the 20-cent coin that make it fun to collect. The King Protea also appears on the 50-cent coin, but in a larger design. The 2004 issue was part of a series where the obverse featured the new coat of arms for the first time, replacing the older springbok and other symbols. Because the coin is bronze-plated steel, it is magnetic, something kids and collectors often find surprising. The 7-sided design is unusual. Most world coins are circular, but South Africa chose a heptagonal shape to make the 20-cent coin distinctive. Why collect this coin? You might be wondering, if this coin isn't rare or extremely valuable, why should anyone collect it? The answer lies in storytelling and symbolism. Coins are not just about monetary value, they are miniature time capsules of history. The 2004 South Africa 20-cent coin tells the story of a nation that had recently embraced democracy, adopted a new coat of arms, and was celebrating its first decade of freedom. Collectors often value coins like this because of the historical era they represent, not just their price tag. Owning such a coin means holding a tangible piece of South African history in your hand. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the 2004 South Africa 20-cent coin. We've explored its background, design, symbolism, physical details, historical context, collector value, and fun facts. Whether you're a casual collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone curious about world coins, this coin is a fascinating little piece of history. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like this video to support the channel, subscribe to Coin Explorer for more fascinating stories from the world of coins, share this video with fellow collectors and history lovers, and let me know in the comments below. Do you have a South African 20-cent coin in your collection? Thanks for watching, and as always, keep exploring the world of coins with me here on Coin Explorer.